Stop recording button.
Hello. I made a video last night about tonal yarns. I'm showing you the Astoria tonal and Hawthorne DK. We've talked about this yarn many times. So if you saw that video yesterday, you saw it on the knitting needles. And I love to mix knitting and crochet. That's super fun for me because I love them both. Now, does that have a name? I don't know. I got no idea. But I just call it crow knitting. So you can see I got the project on the knitting needles. Here it is. And I want to now crochet with it. Now, of course, I could bind off and then pick up and knit. But if you don't know yet, hi, my name's May and I'm visually impaired. I knit and crochet by feel. So pick up and knit with a number 3 DK yarn can be a little bit challenging for me. I'd much rather just crochet it right off the knitting needles. So I've already started this, but I thought not everybody knows how to do it. So let's just demo this. I'm right-handed, so I've got the knitting needle in my left hand. Now, normally when you knit, you would have a knitting needle in your right hand. Well, I don't. I have a crochet hook in my right hand. Now, I'm going to knit this stitch off the end of my knitting needle in my left hand, exactly how I would knit it with a knitting needle in my right hand, except it is a crochet hook. So I'm going to take the end of my crochet hook. I'm going to go into that stitch front to back, right? Just like I would knit it. I'm going to wrap the yarn up over the top, just like I would knit it. And then just like a knitting needle, I'm going to pull that stitch through. Now I've already got a loop on my crochet hook, so now I got 2 loops on the crochet hook. And then I'm going to take the yarn, I'm going to wrap it around the end of my crochet hook, just like I would to do a crochet stitch, just like that. And then I'm going to twist it and I'm going to pull it through both loops. Look at that. We've now just crocheted right off of our knitting needles. How fun is that? Let's do it a few more times. Okay. We got knitting needle in the left hand. If you don't know yet, I am visually impaired, so I love to describe things for people. Oop, I think I still got the stitch there. Okay. That's what we got going on there. Okay. So, knitting needle in left hand, crochet hook in right hand. We're going to go into the stitch front to back just like normal. We're going to wrap the yarn from the back. We're going to pull it back through. We're going to take it off of there just like that. We got 2 loops on our crochet hook. We're going to wrap the yarn. We're going to twist the hook. We're going to pull it through both loops off the crochet hook. That's it. I know some people think this is a little weird. You know, if you want to bind off and then crochet, you do you. But this works for me, and I thought it'd be fun to show people how I do it. Crow knitting? I don't know what it's called. So, knitting needle in left hand, crochet hook in right hand, into the stitch just as if you were to knit it. Front to back, yarn over, pull it back through. Now we got 2 loops on our crochet hook. We're going to yarn over the top just as if we were going to crochet this stitch. We're going to twist our hook. We're going to pull it through both loops. And we now have a single crochet there. Check that out. A few more times. In from the front to the back. Yarn over the needle. We're going to knit it just like we would normally knit a stitch. Yarn over the top like we're going to crochet. We're going to twist our hook. Pull it through both loops. And as you can tell, I've already done a nice section of this. And this is what it's going to look like in single crochet. And because I'm visually impaired and I really struggle when I first do this, I can sometimes lose stitches because I do it by feel. I'm going to go ahead. I'm using a lot of stitch markers. I want to put stitch markers in every so many stitches so that I don't lose my stitches. I don't lose track of what I'm doing. I just thought I'd show you something fun. If you've seen things on my channel, let me set this down for just a minute. If you've seen some of my other projects on my channel that I've designed myself, then you know how much I love to do this. See if I can zoom this out while we're on. Okay, I think we can. I've designed some shorts. Here they are. They're in red holly berry, and they got a waistband. They are knit at the top, and then you can see for the crotch section, I like to have a nice dense fabric on the top for like shorts and skirts. As pretty as crochet skirts and shorts are, I like a nice dense fabric to keep things covered on top. So I just love to knit the top part of my shorts or my skirts, and then once I get past anything that's important that I want covered with a dense fabric, I just go ahead and crochet it just like this. So these shorts right here, these are done with the exact same method that I showed you. I did about 5 rows of single crochet. I crocheted it right off the knitting needles. How fun is that? We got about 5 rows of single crochet. We got some half double crochet, and then look at this little fun ruffle we got going on the bottom of our shorts. And to do shorts, I just did a little crochet chain to do the divider, the crotch for the legs. Did that, divided it in half. There's my screen reader. It's just talking to us. Okay, that's nice. I have no idea why that device that was sitting there all by itself, needy, just started talking to us. But we got this little ruffle going on. So this little method is there's Alexa, she's needy too, whatever. Oh my goodness, all my technology's being needy right now while we're filming. But you can make something like this. You can make a cute little pair of shorts where you knit a nice dense fabric. You got one needs to be covered, and then you can divide it. You can put these cute little crochet ruffle on the bottom of your shorts. And I'll even show you a skirt that I did. This is same holly berry. You'll be able to tell. I love this holly berry. And these are, holly berry is a dark burgundy red if you're visually impaired. It's Knit Picks Comfy Worsted. And this is a skirt. And it's the Knit Picks Comfy Worsted. I did the exact same thing here. I did what's called crow knitting, or whatever you want to call it, where I crocheted it right off the knitting needles. And then I just started to crochet. Look at that cute little ruffle on the bottom of that skirt. Yeah, look at that. That's fun. That's so fun. So if you're wondering, what you would do with that, right? You're like, okay, so you're combining crochet and knitting. Big deal. Well, you can do so much with it. The possibilities are endless. You can do shorts, you can do skirts, you can do dresses, and there's just so many fun, ruffly, lacy stitches that you can do with crochet. I absolutely love knitting. But if you probably heard in some of my other videos, one of the reasons why I really wanted to learn to crochet was because I knew the possibilities of crochet. I knew this ruffle on this skirt was possible, and I just couldn't think of a good way to do that with knitting. I wanted something like this, something fluffy, something open, something lacy, got these little shell points on the end. You just, as much as I love knitting, you just can't quite do something like this with knitting. But I still wanted my skirt to, be covered. I mean, obviously, yeah, I want to keep, some things covered. Now, of course, you can crochet a really, really tight single crochet dense fabric, really, really fine hooks. And I do know people make some beautiful crocheted skirts and shorts, and they do it with all single crochet. They do it with these little tiny hooks, and that's fine. If you want to do it that way, I think those projects are beautiful, but I struggle to do that much crochet and the fine hooks, and for me, this is just what worked better. So maybe that'll work for you. I just want to put it out there. I want to share it, something that I do. So that's the video for today, how we combine knitting and crochet. I call it crow knitting. I don't actually know what it's called. Well, I'd love to hear from you. Do you knit and crochet? Do you want to combine the two? What are the possibilities that you see? I think you could do some beautiful trim around some sleeves, on tops, maybe even like on the wrist. If you're doing a sweater, you want to add just a little bit of crochet lace detail at the cuffs. On edges, I could see all kinds of edgings of knitting projects where you might want to add some crochet. So let me know what you think of that. Have you ever done that before? Have you ever crocheted right off your knitting needles? Do you like to combine the two? Leave me a comment in the comment section. Say hello. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And you can subscribe to my channel. It's totally free, so you don't miss any of the fun yarn talk. And as always, thanks so much for stopping by, hanging out, spending a little bit of your day with me. Bye-bye for now.